Demonstrate to the great tender that you got heart when you got arms. That you got heart when you got arms. That you got heart when you got arms. That you got heart when you got arms.
Will you please help us welcome the Irreverent Reverend, your freaky deacon, the one, the only, Mr. Art Zealous.
Hey there, everybody! So good to see you this morning. Hey there, everyone out there in TV land. I want to say thank you to the Art Zealous Youth Singers. I hope you kids never grow up. I want to say thank you to good old Agnes on the organ. Agnes, you're the metronome to my different drummer. That's right. And folks, there's someone special I want you to meet. Someone who's as genuine, though she's a friend of mine. Hey, Belle, come greet these nice folks. Hoot and holler, please, for my lovely wife, Belle.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks so much for spending your morning with us.
Oh, Belle, what question have you for the folks in the chat today?
Oh, well, in the chat today, if you're on YouTube, if you're joining us from out there in the world, come on down to the chat and say hi. What we're talking about today is because, you know, Easy, today's Mother's Day.
Today's Mother's Day. Oh, I got to make a phone call.
We're thinking about the magical art of motherhood and all the ways that our mothers brought art into our lives. And my personal mama was a master of the art of making holidays magical. And I am just dying to hear what your mama was magical at. So come on into the chat and share with me today.
What was your mama magical at? All right, thank you. Let's give it one more round of applause, folks. Oh, that was so great. Thank you. Thank you, Belle. Good morning, you venerable saints of art and craft. Whenever you create, you make something great, so let's make something great today. Well, that's a great question I'm about to ask. What's your art today? Perhaps you've got something great you're already working on every single day. Or perhaps you're looking for a new project, like today's all-purpose Mother's Day gift. Let's make something great together. Now, there are many benefits to an all-purpose Mother's Day gift, like the personalized coupon book. A personalized coupon book is the gift anyone can give, if you're old enough to understand the concept of gifts, but not yet trustworthy with spending money, like me. You can still give this gift. Hey, coconuts! Hey, coconuts! Come over here, coconuts! Come over here, little coconuts! Hey, little coconuts! Coconuts got the spirit of art inside him. It animates him. It animates him to create vociferous barks into the air. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on here, coconuts. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Well, that shut him up if nothing else. Hey there, coconuts. How you doing? What a talkative little fella. An all-purpose Mother's Day gift like the personalized coupon book honors the value in acts of service, something many moms I know think that we non-moms don't know about. And because you made it, it'll mean more to your mom. And I know that's something mom's got to say, but also, how many bouquets of flowers or boxes of chocolate are discovered years later in a box labeled the early years? Huh? Huh? Chew that taffy, Whitman samplers. And I know that you can tell me, for every school child knows them, the arts commandments, through the application of which anything can be created. What's arts commandment number 1?
Art resourceful.
That's right, we are resourceful to start the fun. So when I say go, you're going to have 60 seconds and 60 seconds only to run and grab any tool you lack for any art you're going to make. Today I'll be using my standard doodlers of pencil, paper, and crayons, and a tall, refreshing glass of water, because the most important tool is you. Are you ready? Get set! Say, I wonder if moms watch all the commercials for Father's Day on TV and ever picture themselves atop a riding lawnmower. Mother's Day doesn't seem to have any vehicles attached to it. I can see there being a go, 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 that was a trick, that was a trick. You did very well. You did very well. So in these 60 seconds, to make them take forever, I will read boringly from the boring bulletin board. Friends, we have one final opportunity for you to play a role-playing game about a tight-knit community of asteroid miners striving to survive in the far reaches of space. Why, Saints Mo and Saints Michael, two real nice fellas, need playtesters for their new game, Hold Fast Station. Now, play alternates between events, moments of high drama, calamity, and risk, and cycles, where the station's inhabitants rebuild and fortify their spacey outpost against future peril. The game can be played as a one-shot, wherein the PCs must save their hardscrabble home from disaster, or as a campaign that charts the fate of Hold Fast Station over many cycles. And with the timer at 0, thus does conclude our boring bulletin for today. So if you want a link or have a bulletin for next week, anything artistic you want or need, text BORING to the number below and trust in your community of venerable saints of art and craft to provide. So friends, welcome back. Now that we have what we need, I guess it's time to make some art. You know, I wonder if my mom's still allergic to nougat. I better go check on that before I make any art. Excuse me, I gotta go. Yeah! Aha! I caught it right there! Oh, did you see that? You see that? Always happens. Right about time it's time to make art, something starts whispering in your ear. Oh, do you remember to take the toast out of the laundry? Well, you know who's doing the whispering, don't you? That's right. That's old Scratch. Every time you want to make your mark, he's the one whisper, "Scratch that out!" That's right. And old Scratch, he a liar. So what do we say when we hear whispering in our ear? Something tells us any reason to delay our art, to not do our art, to wait for a better opportunity to do our art, that we do not have what we need to start our art. We say to him, coconuts. That's right. We take all those whispers buzzing around our ears and we grab them from the air and we squeeze them. We squeeze them down into a tiny little coconut, a single coconut, hanging all the reasons not to do art. And we take that coconut and we throw it in the ocean. And watch it float away. Watch it float away. Let it float away. Woo! So friends, please. We are devoted. This is the moment we devote ourselves fully to the art, so let us roll up our sleeves. If you have an elaborate and expensive white jacket with tiny threads of gold all throughout, now's the time you should take it off. And as all of the best art starts in the buttocks, because a grand idea is nothing if you cannot sit down your buttocks, before we sit to start our art, let us shake out its various wiggles and inclination to do dances. Here we go. Shake your butt. Shake your butt out. Shake it out. Oh, you get all your wiggles out and sit down. Congratulations. You are now a serious artist. So how do we begin a new project? That's right. Art's commandment number 3 is that we art fondly. If everything goes perfect, how will this art look and sound? What will this art have to say? So let us picture our art, any art that we make today, already done and perfect. And let's talk real fond to it, specifically about things that we like. Say, hey there, all-purpose Mother's Day gift. The personalized coupon book. Don't you look nice today? I sure do like your good for 1 foot rub coupon. Now, think about what you love about what you're making and jot that down real quick. We got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left for us to visualize, if everything goes according to plan with no limitations, what will be great about the art we're going to make. Say, hey there, all-purpose Mother's Day gift. I sure do love your funny terms and conditions. That's good. Mom likes a good laugh. You know she do. It's one of the reasons you get away with so much stuff. Say, hey there, personalized coupon book. I sure do like your unique iconography on each different coupon. Each different coupon? You can't have a book of coupons without a little variety. 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining. Say, hey there, personalized coupon book. I sure do like your dotted lines that indicate where you can tear out the coupon. Yeah, that's how you know it's a coupon, because of the dotted lines. Hell, perforations. Perforations for easy use. If you got a perforator at home, or a person who will do perforation at a reasonable hourly rate, you perforate. And you still use the dotted lines because it indicates that the perforation is there, though the perforations may be difficult to see with the unaided eye. About a minute left. Say, hey there, personalized coupon book. I sure do like your cool and interesting cover. That's right. Why'd you think you weren't going to do a cover? It's a book. It's a book. You judge a book by its cover. Say, hey there, personalized coupon book. I sure do love that you're covered in stickers. What? Stickers on a work of art? Hey, heard it here first. Go nuts. This is exactly the kind of thing that you should festoon with each sticker you carelessly own. 30 seconds remaining. Oh, what's that, darling? We got something from the chat. Just shout it out. Just shout it out, darling.
Well, St. Breakfast Machine and St. Shirley, who was very excited to see a new kind of old scratch appear this morning, they sure do like your legally required no purchase necessary notifications.
Legally required no purchase necessary notifications. Yes, St. Breakfast Machine. Yes, St. Shirley. Oh, what a good thought. Oh, yeah, the legalese is just the finest, funnest part, ain't it? That's right. That's right. That's right. That's very good. Don't forget an expiration date, etc., etc. But the most important thing to remember is that on this coupon, you must write a binding promise that it can be redeemed by your mother even if you just got home from school and you want to have a snack. That's right. It's a game of brinksmanship being a child and a mom. Make sure that you meet at that edge. Whew. Well, Agnes, I hear you. Time is up. Now, wasn't that nice? So, friends, now that we got our jots, we can start our doodling, can't we? Can get my pencil right out of the pencil can here. Because now, friends, it is time to art lightly. Pencils only, no erasers, no crayons. Just go quick, fast, and light and easy as though everything we do is correct because we are here to play What Will We Discover Today? All right, let's take a look right here. Okay, so we're going to start off here. We got 10 minutes and we got 10 minutes only. There we go. All right. There we go. Get that. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. There we go. There we go. Got a good view of that now, don't we? Got a good view of that now. All right. So we're taking a look at what we got here. We've got a lot of good options here. Let's make a little thumbnail first of what it is we want to make sure we have. Look at that. So you see the dotted line goes in there first. That is my primary consideration. Does it have an aspect ratio which can support a dotted line? Then there will be some sort of central element, which is interchangeable for the different coupons. Text is going to play a big part in this. I envision areas where the same kind of copy will appear. Here we go. Okay. Good for 1 foot rubs. That's going to be a biggie. Okay, so now because a coupon book, What is the minimum number of pages you need for a coupon book? I say you can't go fewer than 3, but this is Mother's Day, so why don't we open her up? I'm gonna, let's see, at this size, I think I should be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's call that 8. Let's call that 8 coupons. It's a good place to start. Or rather, 7 coupons and a cover. Yeah, we're not gonna do the back cover here because my current author photograph is unflattering, so I don't like to put it on the jacket. All right, here we go. Okay, so we got our coupons at a size that will be reasonable to put on even a single sheet of paper. This is a work surface of, oh, we got a little flip there. Ah, see that little trick I did? Because on a rectangle, you ain't know which side is up or right. Huh. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that right there. Okay, all right. Beautiful. Okay, where was I? So, we got 8 little areas here, and because many of the elements are going to be uniform from coupon to coupon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the elements that I think are going to have the biggest impact, and that's going to be our little staple marks right there. It's going to be the coupon layout design, because it's going to be on every single coupon. So if it looks good or it looks bad, it's going to look good or it's going to look bad in 7 different places. Here we go. I like this right here. You ever see one of these where somebody shows you with a little icon there? Look at that. Look at that. It says, yeah, get your scissors out. Go ahead and snip this coupon. Snip. Yeah, snip here. Cut it right here. Here's your... Now, this is assuming you don't have your perforator working for you night and day, doing quick turnaround, perforating for you. Anyway, as I was saying, we're going to concentrate largely on the layout of this thing in a way that can be transferred to coupon. And then I would say the second best or the second most important area of concentration, good use of our time, is going to be the cover. Because, you know, that's what they're going to see first. That's what they're going to see first. Arguably, the cover is the most important, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time concentrating on the interior layout because the cover does not seem as intrinsic to what we're doing. You dig me? Right? It ain't intrinsic. It's like the cover could be a lot of things. So we can concentrate on making good covers another day, but today we're concentrating on making a coupon book. So I'm going to have a big central text element on the left and the right. So, I mean, you can just picture that. Foot rub. Foot rub. Make it as good as I want. And then we're going to have a reused typographical element up here. It says good for one. And again, anything that you're going to reuse, anything you're going to make once and use in 7 or 8 different coupons, you can feel good about spending a little bit of extra time on that because that is a place where you will get a lot of bang for your buck. Now, of course, we're just arting lightly right now. We're not using any erasers or crayons. It's just doing a real quick jot out to see what we got our placement elements here. So we know we're going to have lots of funny terms and conditions because, you know, that's moms, they eat that up. Oh man, do they love it. They love a mom. I mean, a mom in the right frame of mind can love a sneaky kid. Now, that is something you're not going to get. You're not going to get from them. That's a secret of momming. But they will love a kid who is sneaky, provided that the sneak that you're trying to pull off indicates developmental progress and a personality like their own rotten personality. So if you got a sneaky mom that's real funny, real brainy, and man, that is the best kind of mom to have. Yeah, she's gonna go nuts for that. Stickers, I'm gonna. Whoop, no, that's the opposite of how you make a smiley face. You can't make a frowny face into a smiley face by doing it upside down. You heard it here first, folks. Stickers, I'm not gonna put a lot of stickers on there. That's a smiley face. Now he's like, whoa, what's that? What's that right there? Okay. All right, look at that. Okay, so central element here is going to put our little drawing there. Let's talk about this. Talk about this binding promise because this is something that I think makes this very special because it's easy. It's easy to say, good for one room cleaning. It's easy to say that. But how often have you been asked to clean up your room and found that task to be lamentable to you? Probably, if you're like me, over 100 million times that has happened to you. And the times where you have felt like you have cleaning, only 7. Only 7 in your long life. So let's go ahead and put our money where our mouth is here. And let's write something on this that makes it so that when you give this coupon book, you cannot take it back. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to hate that you did this. You're going to hate that you hemmed yourself in like this. But it just means more. It means more. It's, you know, and I don't know what the exact wording is here, but it's like the coupon entitles the holder to the thing that's on the coupon upon penalty of, and then you got to decide something that you hate enough that you will be able to have a positive attitude about doing a chore. Yeah. A lot of folks won't tell you about this, but I gotta say, it makes this all so much more interesting. Like your mom's like, oh, thanks, good for one. Lawn mowing. And again, I don't mean to be offensive. I don't think your mom sounds like a slightly tipsy Sunday preacher. I don't think she sounds that way. But when she sees that you are guaranteeing the boasts you make, that is going to make a strong impression on her. And she's not going to put this right in the precious memories box. She's going to put it somewhere that you can't find it to take it back. Put the expiration date, because as St. Breakfast Machine knows, as St. Shirley tells us, the legaler this is, the funnier it is. So many things. So many things true. Okay. All right. So I'm spending a little bit of time here because how much time we got left here? Let's take a look at our time. I don't even know how much time we got left here. Got about a minute left. So I cannot neglect the cover entirely. That's going to be important. I think you may agree. Okay. Get some hearts on there. Get some hearts on there. Yeah. Look at that. There we gotta go. Okay. Okay. All right. Because the cover will be the second most lavish visual element. Yeah. So you want the intrinsic value of the work to be high all the way through. And then you want the initial impression of the art to be very, very high. And then you want the final impression of any work to be very high. Because it's the nature of human beings, it's the nature of audiences to remember with particular distinction the last part of anything. How something ends. So, you know, you can actually feed them kind of a bowl of oatmeal, but if you give them a chili pepper in the end, they remember the chili pepper. So, you know, because we're always managing our time here. And, oh, what perfect timing, Agnes. Oh, man, she don't let me get away with nothing, do she? All right, okay, that's as much time we got. That's the 10 minutes, friends. That is the 10 minutes. It's the 10 minutes we had. It's the 10 minutes we got. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Woo! Well, congratulations, friends, because now, you and me, we got a tiny little baby work of art. And I know, it's just not ready for the San Antonio Museum of Coupon Books. Not yet, no. I have to remember that bit, it makes me laugh. You're going to hear a lot more of the San Antonio Museum of blank. Listen, I know this ain't finished. I know this ain't finished, but don't dismiss it by just saying it's doodles. Because doodles is important, because doodles are what we use to pre-visualize our idea. It's what we use to communicate what this thing is going to be. So you can hand it to someone else. You can hand your doodle to someone else, and they can say, I think I get the picture. And so in that sense, you have made the tiniest, complete version of the work of art this is eventually going to be. And I can't wait to see it. So I hope you take a picture of what you made and you text it to the number down below. Because we want to see it. We want to show your art on the TV. And you know, if I can show you my chicken scratches, you should be able to show me your, whatever you made, because I'm sure it's better than that, although I'm not trying to cut myself down. I know. Never compare yourself to another artist. But friends, to make a thing completely is finer than to make it. Which is why the next commandment is art finally. The stage of refinement where we know what we're making, so now we make it great, and it is playtime now, friends. We get to take what we have made now. We can do anything we want to it. You want to make it bigger? You want to make it nicer? You want to set it aside completely and start over? Make it 100 times if it pleases you. Worry not about speed, for now is the time that we can luxuriate on the rich and delicious details. And so now you and me, friends, we're going to shoot the breeze, we're going to keep companies, and I know that everyone's trying to call. I know you're all trying to call. Please be patient. Our telephone lines are built with earthling technology. We do not yet have the beams and sparking gigaws that we would need to accommodate the futuristic number of calls we're getting. We don't. So if you call, you don't get through right away. Be patient. Just leave a message. We'll get back to you if we can. So, friends, the creative confessional of the airwaves is now open. You've got crafty consternations. We have your artful solutions. Call with any artistic worry, big or small, and we will heal your heart for art. And friends, everyone's trying to call. So you call that number on the screen and leave a message. We'll get back to you if we can. All right. And I'm going to go start to draw on this, and I'm sure we're going to get a call here I can take for a second. Looks like Belle's cooking up a call for me, and she's got a call coming through. So let me see if I can get this cooking here, and we can talk about what we got going here. Okay, we got our, there we go. How's that looking? It's looking pretty good. Look even better. Get that going. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get that. Okay, let me make sure you can see that. Every work of art is better if you can see it in some regards. There we go. There we go. All right, you able to see that? Okay, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. It's an example to stay positive. All right, so we got our light here, so now it's time we start to doodle it a little bit finer. Okay, let's see. Oh, it looks like we got a call. Looks like we got a call coming through here. Okay, all right, let's patch him through. Let's see if we can talk to him here.
Hey there, Art. This is St. Henry out of Philadelphia, and just a gigantic fan of the show. Watch you every chance I get. Like, it's almost every Sunday for me, Art. And you know, Art, I'm coming to you with a problem it's kind of getting me down. I'm a creator like yourself. I'm a streamer, and I think my problem is that I've got big ideas that are more difficult to execute than I planned for. It means that and I know what you say. I know the commandments by heart, of course. And so I try to art kindly, but things just don't go as fast as I want them to in development. And so it's hard for the test audiences that I put this in front of to see the thing that I see in my head.
Oh.
And you know, consequently, even though I know the work will get there, or I hope the work will get there, I just have sometimes a hard time staying optimistic when things don't look as good as I think that they should by now.
Oh.
Art, can you give me any advice? Real big fan. Thank you so much, Art. Take care.
Oh, St. Henry, do I hear that? Oh, boy. Woo, that is rough. St. Henry, let me tell you first off that this is oh man, this is a beautiful problem to have. This is a beautiful problem to have. That you see things in your art that get you excited enough to stretch beyond your current capabilities. Oh boy, that's a beautiful thing, Henry. That's beautiful. Oh, I just want to give that heart of yours a hug. That you don't play it safe. I think that's real cool. And boy, the things that our audiences respond to in our art are very often the things that we legitimately get excited about. Not always. Sometimes quite the reverse. Sometimes we can be a bit of an inside baseball type when it comes to our own artwork. Lord knows. But when you have something in your artwork that gets you excited enough to take a risk on it, man, you are going to bat for your art, and you probably got something that's got a little bit of sparkle that you may find that your audiences respond to with as much enthusiasm as you do. And it's sweet to see too. When you see an artist going a little bit out of their comfort zone to make something work, that can be a pretty special moment. So that's what I want to say to you first, St. Henry. And thank you again for calling. Thank you for all the sweet things you said here. I know so many of our listeners hear what you are saying, because that is tough. I expect, because you said that you are a streamer, that some of your problems are technological in nature. You see that little snip there? I'm happy how that went. I kind of did like a little comics convention thing where the snip is like a sound effect, and then that became part of the informational graphic. Just wanted to call your attention to that while we're drawing it out. Now, Henry, these things, I don't know if you have a skill set of a streamer, or if this is something that's new to you, but I know that can be frustrating because, in essence, what we're doing there is we are trying to master a new tool. And technology is one of the most idiosyncratic and personality-filled tools there is, right? It's a lot of black box effects where we press a button and we expect something to happen, but how the beginning results in the end is sometimes difficult to intuit because it disappears into the functionality of a system that we didn't build, right? So it's a far cry from a pencil and eraser. So obviously it's worth it, right? We're able to do things, magnificent things that before would have taken a team of mission control folks at NASA to do. We're able to do them on our telephone, right? You've heard me say before how much I love my doodling tablet here. Look at this thing. It's the most magnificent art tool I have ever encountered. Every day I pick it up, and every day it's a complete joy. And this is, you can see the limitations in my artworks, and even where I am on my path, it just yields me joy every time I pick it up. So, does it repay the effort? Yes. Does it make things possible that were not possible before? Yes. So, are they a necessary evil? Very, very often. So, what can you do? Well, you can make sure that you allow yourself enough time to test things. Make it so that you don't get stuck. Now, that said, it is my experience, it has been described to me, although I have not seen it myself, that one can prepare amply. One can get up at 5 a.m. for an 11 a.m. stream, believing that will be 10 times as much time as you need. There's only a few last things to take care of. And then, of course, something breaks. And then, of course, something breaks. And you got to start over. Or something breaks and starting over won't fix it. There's problems that you know the answer to, and there's problems that you will never know the answer to. And in technology, frequently then we try to to fall back to a second system that hopefully will be free. And, that has its own learning curve. So as much as you can not get hemmed in by preparing, you will be glad that you did so. And that is one thing that you can do to mitigate your difficulty. And for the times when the real world situation has surprises for you, Hank, you just got to be patient with yourself there. Hopefully you have an audience like I'm lucky enough to have of extremely big-hearted creators themselves who understand exactly how fallible you are. I am so fortunate to be deemed fallible and full of faults by all of my audience. No mistake of mine will be a surprise to anyone who knows me. So I hope that you have as patient and emotionally generous an audience as I do. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case because it sounds like you're doing ambitious work, and I bet that folks are getting excited about it, even if it's not working out exactly as you would have it. So, St. Hank, thank you so much for calling. Enlist folks who know better at what you're doing to see if they can help you, and I know that can be its own challenge. And I would say that when you can do that, do so, provided that looking for some folks like that does not become its own form of procrastination. Anything that tells you to wait, say like, oh, I can't make a streaming show because I don't know how to do that. Nope, that's old Scratch. That's old Scratch telling you, nah, you can do that someday. No, we don't do it someday. We hop on it right now, we do it, and we do it exactly as it is, and it breaks, and we do it again tomorrow, and tomorrow it's going to be better. And the only way we get to better is by doing. So as long as you don't let that become a mode of procrastination and avail yourself of the tools available to you, I like your odds, St. Hank. And that is advice that I know we all need to hear as artists. So that was a little long-winded. And folks, again, if you got something to say to St. Hank, if you got a story that's like his, if you found a way around it, you got some advice to give to him, anything, any artistic need, any consternation you got, you please call the number down below. And we'll talk it out. St. Hank, thank you so much for calling. This was such a treat. Man, what an utter treat. Oh, okay, so you see what I'm doing here? Like, now, I warned you that I was going to spend a little bit extra time on the topography. Now, I am lent to do that because I love topography so much. But ostensibly the reason for spending so much time on the topography is that this will appear on every single coupon, and so that just, that ups the intrinsic value of the work that I'm making. I hope that you don't decline to make bubbly letters because they are great. They are great. They give it heft and gravitas. And who wants to spend a coupon that ain't got gravitas? Yeah, that's a good enough G. That G is good enough. You can see the sign painter's technique at work here, where I do the letter in the beginning and I do the letter in the end, so that I don't find myself running out of space and having to respond to that with a counter-aesthetic choice. Right? Good. 1. Those are both beautiful, emphatic, cheering words when you see them. You're number 1, they shout. I've seen on television. And good. Why, good's halfway to great. So you can see why those are fine words to be in your coupon. 4, it's a garbage word. Doesn't mean anything. Nobody knows what it means. Nobody knows what it does. It's a number, but I can tell you it's not as good as 1. So 4 can be very small, and that gives us a little bit more room to make good and 1 as big as they need to be, topographically speaking. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to subtractively clarify these. So I'm going to write them all kludgy, then I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to hit them with an eraser and just sharpen them up. Just because oftentimes when you write real small, it looks like you write real small because you lose control at that size. You're not able to see as well. You're not able to manipulate with the tools that you have. So it's kind of an interesting thing if you write real small, and then you go in and then you make tiny little mechanical adjustments like with an eraser, because then you're just doing a straight line. You could even do it all the way across all the letters. And all of a sudden, the look that gives is no longer just you wrote too small. Now it's got a little bit of heft, a little bit of design, a little bit of balance. So let's come back to this. Let's come back to this entitlement area here. The game of motherly brinksmanship that we talked about before. That's right. That's right. Okay. How's that going here? All right. Okay.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Let's get on that. And so I'm gonna try to give this a little bit of impact here by going all the way in on that, and doing a reverse. So I'm gonna put a block, thick, vivid stripes. It is unique on the coupon. We don't have any other areas like this, so it will be pronounced. It is unique on the coupon because it is horizontal. It is unique on the coupon because it is on one end. All of these things will mark this text as worthy of note. So it won't be a predominant element in the read order necessarily, but because it's exceptional, it will draw the eye. So we're going to, and by erasing, I'm also going to, it's a little bit unusual, but it's going to give me additional options for coloring, because then whatever color I decide to do in the background, it'll just show through here. That is not how you spell that. In teats. This coupon in teats the holder. You know what I mean. In titles. But no, we can no longer write the word one, so now we're going to write the number one, and that's a trick of art you can use to fool your audience. Titles, mom. Okay. All right, okay, so we're going to, there we go. And whenever you write the word mom, it should be a little bigger than everything else, and I don't have that option here. There we go. And as I'm writing this, I don't even know exactly what I'm going to say, so you script this, you might have more options as you write. Always start writing a sentence. It's not even writing, it's chiseling. I'm chiseling out of pixels here because I'm doing it as an eraser. This coupon entitles one mom. That's a nice piece of legalese there. That's so if a second mom gets a hold of this, they can't take you to town. You're gonna be glad you put that in there. We'll call it a treat, whatever it is. Every item we give to mom is a treat. Okay. Upon, I want to put penalty, but it's too big there. But penalty is the right word, so I'm gonna drop it down and deal with that in a moment. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. This coupon entitles to one. There we go. Upon penalty of let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put our money where our mouth is. 1 week's allowance. That could be up to 50 cents. Surely you're going to do something if you know that to decline to do it will lose you 50 cents. Now, my allowance is $1,000, so feel free if you want to give me my allowance early. Just text tithe to the number down below. This coupon entitles one mom, this treat, upon penalty 1 week allowance. That's not hardly a lyrical phrasing construction, but I also think it's fine. Sometimes legal language is stilted anyway. It kind of makes it funnier. But we do have the issue of too much space to deal with here. So let's jut in a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to take a little grab there. Just make it so it's a little bit more even. And then we're going to do the dangerous work, trying to highlight that whole middle section there. Look at that. Look at that. That could go wrong. Scoot that there. Now, yeah, look at that. Look at that. How nice does that look? Now it's all nice and legal. Okay, I think this is getting to the point where we can start to think about maybe moving on to the coloration here. Because remember, we want to invest our time in this part because it's gonna iterate throughout all the other elements, and we want to invest our time here because if we decide we want to add an element here, now's the time to add it, because if we add it later, we're going to have to add it 7 different times to all the different coupons. So now's when you do it. So we're going to do a little coloration now, just a first pass. Again, we're going to have a few options later, but we want to do whatever. We want to do the non-changing elements as conscientiously in the beginning here as we can. And what are we doing time-wise? What are we doing time-wise? Holy cow. Oh, holy cow. You're so patient with me. All right, we've got about 15 minutes left total. Good for one. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay with that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Would I drop orange in the center of that? Oh, I would not. And we're going to have to follow up with a brush here to just, a little bit much. Follow up with a brush here to just make sure that the color tracks. And because all the coloring, okay, I'm okay with it. Because all the coloring is handled automatically with the paint bucket tool that the doodler has. Maybe even a little shadow would do us some favors for giving a little bit more of the organic shape to come into the coloring, as well as the draftsmanship of the coupon itself. Yeah, I really like that scissor snip, that perforated line. You can tell that, like, this for me has been all about the perforated line, the dotted line, right? Like, you caught my interest in that at the very beginning, and see how dutifully I allocated my time to that perforation. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Oh, I love the color peach. I love the color peach. Do you love the color peach? Go ahead. Send us a message. Give us try again to get through. If you can't get through, just go ahead and call her. If you love the color peach, you just call her. You tell us. Yeah. We are not going to make fun of you for that. This is the one call-in show that's not going to make fun of you for that. Okay, that's my shadow. That's the start of my shadow. But what are we doing here? I think we want to just drop down the opacity a little bit here. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's just give a little, give a little swiggle. A swiggle. Give it a little swiggle. That's a sip and a wiggle. A little dash there. I don't even know what I'm doing. I got a case of the sillies here. Do those need to appear embossed? Well, you know what? You're embossed. Yep, that's a joke. All right, okay, let's see. Spending too much time on this. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Because we're getting to the point where the basics of the coupon are looking pretty nice. Here we go. Okay. All right, so let's copy those. Let's copy those. And see if we can't. Oh, it's time for a promotional offer. Folks, everyone's trying to get in on our 3-day Zealous Artistic Retreat and Mountaintop Mojo Makeover. Everybody wants in on this thing. We cannot keep inventory open. A bed opens up, and I'll tell you this, every single time. I will tell you this is no lie. Every single time we open up a bed for this thing, it's sold in the first minute. Every single one. So to simplify the math on our end, beds are exactly $1,000. That's a per night cost of 3 nights, $3,000. And folks, if you're one of the sad sacks who keeps trying to me, Zell, I can't get on the list. My mojo's a mess. I need a makeover, Zell. Well, fear not. Tithe to the number down below. and that will jut you to the head of the line. When new inventory becomes available, you will then be marked. You will then be marked in my book of names for who will get first the opportunity to purchase. Can you imagine that? I know that you have a formidable imagination. That's right. Okay. All right. You folks, everybody's trying to get through here, so please be patient. Please be patient. You're trying to get through. We will talk to you as soon as we are able. Oh, we got a caller here. We got a caller. Okay, here. Let's go. Let's listen in here.
Sam out of Kentucky, and I'm a gigantic fan of the program. It's my religion, and that's no joke, Art. I have a question for you, Art. I'm struggling a little bit with my own projects. I often think of the Beatles who captured lightning in a bottle and did more than any band before them, changed the face of music. But how they were able to do that because they combined the unique talents of each of the individual Beatles. And sometimes I wonder if I don't have the overall package for what it takes to be a successful artist. I feel like maybe I have strengths in one area, but maybe in another area, like self-promotion, specifically, business, or organization, follow through for administrative tasks, that I might be lacking what I need to succeed. So what do you do, Art, if you're an artist with a strong core competency, but areas of significant lack in ways that you think are important for your art to find an audience? So that's my question, Art. Gigantic fan of the show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing what you do. I'll take my question off the air. Thank you so much, Art.
Saint Sam. Oh, thank you for calling, Saint Sam. Thank you for being patient with us as we get those phone lines unclogged. Folks are trying to call crazy much. Numbers down below, folks. If you feel like you can't get through, you just keep trying. Saint Sam, thank you for spending the time. And boy, Saint Sam, let me first start off by saying, holy cow, man! I hear that? I hear that. Writ loud. I heard it writ loud. I hear that so much. Like I think there's in the macro sense, whether they have the same strengths as you or different ones, I think every artist, fears like, what if I don't have what it takes? And, that's old Scratch whispering in your ear. Anything that tells you no, wait, no, don't do that, Art. No, you'll never make it. You got to take that, you got to cram it in a coconut, throw it in the ocean. So that's the big overall commentary. But I got more for. Oh, you're gonna like this. Okay, check this out. Okay, so we're doing a foot rub. So good for 1 foot rub. Offer applies to 1 foot only. Good for 1 foot rub. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Oh, my mom's gonna hate that. Oh, she's gonna laugh so hard. She's gonna have one tenderfoot that feels so good, and one. She's gonna have to outsource. She's gonna have to have more kids, more coupon books, and she wants that other foot rubbed. I'm sorry, Saint Sam. I don't mean to make light. I do enjoy teasing a mom. Oh, it's a great treat. Let's throw a breakfast in bed here. Let's not overcomplicate this. So yeah, Saint Sam. Anything that tells you you're not good enough, well, it's perhaps drawing your attention to an area where you can improve. And so, to the degree that you are able to look at those criticisms and consider them, you have an opportunity to improve in places where there are opportunities for you to improve. So, when you are able to look at those things, you have the chance to grow, and so there is a gift in that. That I will say as well. So, don't believe the negative voices. They can only sap your energies. There is an opportunity for you to look candidly at your strengths and your weaknesses and to try to supplement in places where you are not currently great, or there at least is areas to improve. And we all have areas where we can improve. And just because we do not have a natural talent in one area, that's a strip of bacon. I myself do not eat bacon, but I know that it's part of the breakfast iconography. If there's an area, Sam, where you feel you must improve, we all have those. We all have areas where we are not as strong as we would like to be. And endeavoring to improve in those areas, even if we don't become, as you say, the Beatles by doing it, strengthens us and creates new resources for us in that domain, sometimes in counterintuitive ways. So say that you are, as you say, Sam, a poor self-promoter. If you spend time trying to improve your self-promotion, if you know that that's going to be an uphill battle for you at first, if you know that it's not going to come as easily as maybe doodling is going to come for you, but if you spend the time to improve on that, you're going to improve. You may improve sufficiently to make a big difference, because if this is an area right now in your art where you're averse, you're probably not doing that much of it. So sometimes a little bit of an improvement can make a big deal if you're not currently doing any. But another benefit, this unexpected benefit to the domain that I mentioned, is once you try to do it yourself, you're going to be more conversant in the language of the skill set which you wish to acquire. Now, what is the benefit of that? Well, now when you try to teach yourself, you're going to read things, you're going to watch videos that make a lot more sense. Information is cumulative. Things do speed up as you go along. The slowest part is often in the beginning. And if in your studies, in your efforts, you realize that your time is not best spent on something which is not your strength, and you think it is worthwhile for you to enlist outside help, having done it yourself, you are going to know what to ask for. You are going to have the interface between yourself and the professional who has the skill set that can amplify your endeavors. So there is no downside, St. Sam. You're going to get so much from this if you just buck up and try to figure out a way to spend a little time improving, even minutely, in areas where you currently are avoiding. There are gifts in that, and a great many of them. And hey, you don't even have to be a Pollyanna like me to know that sometimes something like that you can have better luck than you expect. So, St. Sam, I hear you. I think you're doing great, and sounds like it's something you got to give a try. So don't you despair, and you keep on keeping on. Thank you so much for calling, St. Sam. It was such a treat to talk to you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who's trying to get through. Even if I'm not able to talk to you right now, thank you so much for trying. Just go ahead and leave a message. If you don't get through right away, that's understandable. There are millions upon millions of people, and those are just the people we know. There are also people being born every second, and maybe some of them are trying to call. So, tabulating the numbers here, that's not going to be my strength. But I know someone for whom it is a strength. So why don't we talk to my friend, my best friend. That's right, we're going to talk to my best friend and my wife, Belle. Belle, darling, how you doing, darling? How you doing? You got something for us today? What's a Sunday school bell today, darling?
I do. And AZ, so I was thinking that Pablo Picasso, he has a number of quotes that I think are really appropriate for Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. Let's give us one of those.
Well, the one that I wanted to share today is simply, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up.
Every child is an artist. The problem is, how does he remain an artist when he grows up? Darren, it looks like your video might be frozen. Can you think of a reason for that?
No, I can't. It looks like it's working for me.
Oh, well, lucky you. You get to look at you. What a beauty. So what do you think that means? What do you think that means, Darren? What do you think Pablo Picasso's going on about? What do you think?
Oh, Pablo Picasso says a lot of things, and I don't think we should take them all literally, but I do think we should take them all seriously. And in this case, I think what he's saying is that when you come into this world and you look out around you and you just see what there is to see and you experience it and you feel the way it makes you feel and you feel called to create a little something before you've gotten introduced to old scratch, before you've gotten in your own way, that you don't actually need a coconut to clear the space. You can just sit your butt down and you can make art, and that we learn how not to make art, and that you're here today, AZ, helping us unlearn that, and the role of all the magical mothers in our lives who, like Saint Breakfast Machines, made pancakes magically.
Yeah,
they can help us unlearn that, and I just thought it was a worthwhile thought for the day.
I think you're exactly right about that. I think you're exactly right about that. So, darling, how do you think we can best recapture that initial joie de vivre of childhood that makes us such natural artists? Is it possible for us to recapture that, or is it's something we have to supplement through some other means? What do you think, darling?
Well, I think it's absolutely possible. Not only that, I think it's natural. I think we only have to allow unnatural things to get in our way of operating and thinking like an artist. And so it's not really a process of building or discovering. It's simply a process of shedding things that we no longer need.
Things like diapers.
Diapers are a thing that we can shed that we no longer need as we
Off
move
the diapers,
into adulthood.
Okay, that was a little bit flip. I apologize, but continue.
No, don't apologize at all. I really think it's just simply about allowing ourselves to be the artists that we were born into this world be.
Beautiful. All right, okay, darling. Well, once again, every single conversation I have with this woman, it opens up my perspective. It teaches me a new way to think. What a genius! I so adore. Thank you, and boy, that Sunday school bell. I'm glad we invested in that bell because it is repaying the effort. And let's see, we got not a terribly much time left. I think we got maybe another 2 minutes remaining. Knowing that my timer is we got exactly a minute. Okay, all right. So the coupons we got in the meantime here is good for one quiet nap time. So and again, I like to needle mom. I like to not to exceed. What do you think? We should give her a 1 minute nap time. We're gonna give her 20-minute nap time, not to exceed 20 minutes. Start now. So that's also funny because she's gonna want to relax, and you're giving her really just a very scant nap time. But then also when you take the coupon, you go start now, and you look like you're checking your stopwatch there, which makes her think she's gonna be too tense to take a nap. She's gonna feel like you're gonna spill into her bedroom with a horn and man, time up, Ma. Woo. These coupons are for Mom, but they're coupons for us too, aren't they? All right, this is my cover. And I think that my cover is not the finest piece of this thing. But I also think it's pretty nice. So let's take a look at that, friends. Take a look at that! Take a look at that. Our all-purpose Mother's Day gift, personalized coupon book. And I know that yours is every bit as lovely. Folks, woo boy, woo boy. Oh, coconuts, oh, coconuts, oh, coconuts. There's nothing old coconuts can't do. Nothing old coconuts can't do. All right, friends, all right, friends. If this program has helped you today, if this message has moved you, I'm asking you to make a $1,000 donation to Arts Ministry right now at this moment. Or whatever amount you like. It's really not about the money. I just want a Camaro with the computerized personality. So if I get in trouble, he can parachute down from an Airwolf or such and drive over anyone trying to get me. So if you have $1,000 and want me to have your $1,000, text tithe to the number below for a cornucopia of easy and very possibly tax-deductible donation methods. Now, friends, as you well know, back in the old days, we'd all leave this tent, we'd have a big pancake breakfast. some artistic fellowship. You line up at the griddle, drink some strong coffee. We make that coffee strong. Some fresh squeezed juice, both infantilized and adulterated. And soon again, friends, we will. But for now, me and Belle, well, Sunday at noon is our honeymoon. Darling, come on up here. Darling, you make lots of friends in the chat.
I did. And AZ, St. Breakfast Machine sent a most beautiful coupon that I wasn't able to put up on the screen because the video wasn't working. So tune in next week and we're going to be so excited to share it with you. You're just going to love it.
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to show it on the TV. Thank you again for showing up. Thank you, St. Shirley. St. Shirley, it's such a treat to know that you and your pa are out there every single Sunday. What a gift. Darling, you want to say goodbye to these next folks?
Thank you so much for spending your Sunday and your Mother Day with us. We will see you next week.
That's right. We'll see you next week when our art project is the Close Enough Fake ID. That's right. We're making a fake ID. That's right, St. Shirley. You're going to have a fake ID. You can drive around in a car, do all sorts of stuff. All right, folks. See you next Sunday.